How's it going, guys? What of course you'll be seeing today as you see the M98B take down the site and take a guy down is some dumb Von Peak rush from Battlefield 3, and as far as I know, this is pretty much the last bit of Battlefield 3 I have on my drive, unless I was to do a more thorough, complete search to try and find every conceivable second left on that drive. But I did a pretty thorough search, and I really doubt there's any seconds, so I'll probably have to reinstall it and get to town if I was going to play it again on request. But yeah, that's the gist of that anyway. What you'll see is a nice round in Von Peak, clearing out this guy, disarming the MCOM like a useful recon, like how most people like to label them useless. There's some evidence against it to the contrary immediately right off the bat on the start of the match. I digress. We'll get rid of that commentary, or that part of the commentary, before of course it devolves into all-out war as it usually does. I digress. Von Peak, sniping, all sorts of everything here. What you'll see, of course, is my trusted M98B back in Battlefield 3, where I did some nice work. But what I like to emphasize a lot is just the general confidence you can see in the gameplay. I see it in myself just watching this back again, the confidence I have as I play. And that's because I trust the engine, I trust the hit detection, I trust the crispness, I trust the experience level that I have with it, and you can just chill in the general mannerisms and attitude and how I move, that the confidence is there, that despite a year of Battlefield 4 being out, I still don't really have, especially because of the latest patch that completely reworked the engine changes. It feels like I'm playing a completely new game that I'm going to have to readjust to. On that point, of course, many of you have noticed I haven't played Battlefield 4 or 3 a lot lately, and that's because I've just had a general burnout of the game. I haven't had tons of time to play video games in the last few weeks anyway, and the time I've had to play it, I've chose Destiny because all of my friends are playing it. I personally am hooked on it. I understand it has issues. I understand that either they will or will not get fixed just like any other game. Understandable, you could throw as many issues as you want my way, and I'll hear you out. The logic's there. I'm not going to deny them. Perfect logic cannot be denied. As you know, if any of you have been around my channel long enough, you'll goddamn know that I'm that kind of person that won't deny the logic sent to me. You could say the game's hit detection shit. You could say it's the same repetitive grind. You could say the whole works about the game. I'm not going to cry. I ain't going to be mad. Because I really do enjoy that game. I'll be blunt. I really do. It feels almost similar to Borderlands when I had my nice addiction to it about a summer, 2 summers ago. I am going to be buying the new Borderlands when it comes out. We'll see about that. But I don't know when. Because my birthday recently passed late October, and my girlfriend said she was going to buy it for me, but I told her to wait because I wasn't too sure if I actually wanted to get it immediately because I was still hooked on Destiny, but I'm probably going to end up getting it eventually. And look at those. I like those quick shots. I find I can't do those as much in Battlefield 4 because I just, like I said, the confidence level isn't there, and I just don't trust the hit detection in the engine. Something about the game, it just that little bit of an insecurity I'll always have in the back of my head playing Battlefield 4. That trust factor, that trust level, it's not there. And to be perfectly blunt, I'm not sure it's capable of being built up. The game doesn't, and it never has felt right. Like, you could look at my sniping highlights and hit detection and say, well, I don't think you're making a convincing case that you feel confident in the game. But I'm just telling you, heart to heart, person to person, it's just not there, and I'm not sure it will be. The engine just feels different. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I hope I've illustrated at least an attempt at it, but if I don't, what can I tell you? But anyway, again, sidetracked. I'll go back and say that I will definitely make a habit to post more Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4, because I know that's what you guys subscribe for, and I'm not going to try and push Destiny down your throat. Despite the fact that, yes, I have kind of done that lately, I understand. But it's the only game I've played. It's the only game I have any footage to upload for. And I'd much rather my channel be somewhat active as opposed to not uploading Destiny and not having anything to upload for over a month. So, I understand you don't want to see Destiny. Go ahead and skip the videos. Though I'd love if you did watch the videos. But of course, us human beings have different subjective views, likes, opinions, and by no stretch of the imagination in any conceivable manner will I ever try to push videos you don't want to see down your throat. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. Perfectly fine. But I am going to continually, like I said, the end goal to eventually, I guess, get to the point is I will be trying to balance out Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3, one of those two games, with Destiny. So that it'll be like maybe, well, it depends on, because right now I have on the scheduled uploader, I have at least another 3 or 4 Destiny videos ready to go. But I'm going to try and balance it out. But again, the reason why I didn't really post as much is because I didn't really have the time as much. But I got burned out of Battlefield 4. I really did. It started about in August. Every time I turned on the system, I'd run into so many different issues. Like, I can completely ignore the fact that hit detection, the new patch hit detection, ping issues. We'll completely throw those aside, even though they are major issues. Even with the patch, I have had issues. We'll completely throw those away for a second. And I'll paint you a picture to sort of put you through the process of why my mindset arrived at being at that. The general issue was... and I got blown up by the helicopter. The general issue I find, and this is the next part, of course the first part is sniping. The second part here is trying to defend this next set of MCOMs. I use the trusty M16 from back in the day. My M16A3 and the G3A3 were by far my two favorite assault rifles to use. I had the best level of success with them. And the next part there will be me, as you'll see, as I'll allude to quickly. I managed to get the tank, and we get a nice hold off in the tunnel. I really like this map in Rush, and despite the fact that yes, defenders have a big advantage when it comes to the tunnel, you still got to do your job, and I think I did that well with the tank. But you will see it for yourself. Back to what I was saying. I'll try and paint you this picture. When I would log on and say, let's play some Battlefield, I log on. First thing I do is I go to the server search. I'd search North American servers. I look for my favorite servers, and I have a whole list of them. A nice dichotomic mix between Rush, Conquest, the Works, Chainlink, etc. I'd look at them and say, okay, great. I have a pretty decent amount of selection to work with here. Let's go to work. But most of the time, I like playing Rush or Chainlink the most. The biggest issue I have with Chainlink is server balance is just not there on many of the servers, at least in many of the North American ones I see a lot. And the same goes with Rush. So to paint you the picture already, the biggest issue I have is like the unbalanced servers. And a lot of them are full because like there's such a small amount of Rush servers that are actually decent in the game that aren't the same 2 or 3 maps cycled over and over. If you know of any North American servers that actually that are, well, at least well maintained and somewhat decently balanced that contain DLC maps, I'd love to see it, because I have not come across one since probably August. And that's my one big issue. I don't find they're balanced all that well. The server admins don't really do a good job of balancing out the team, so you either win the match in under 10 minutes or you get blown out in under 10 minutes. And there's not a lot to do. And because of that, I can't really do an awful lot for gameplays. Because if I post a video for you guys that's like me winning and only going 8-0 because there's nothing to do, because someone else has dominated the team that doesn't know what they're doing with a tank, or vice versa, I go like 15-0 in a loss because we can't even push the MCOMs because the rest of the team doesn't come forward, what good is that? You're all going to say, oh, well, it's not really a good match because your team got blown out. Or it could be 8-0 and, well, you didn't do much because the other team had the tank and your teammate obliterated everyone before anyone had an even conceivable chance of getting a shot off. So I wasn't getting good gameplays out of it. I was finding mismatched servers. And then, like I was talking about earlier, I had rampant hit detection issues. So even when I found a server that I had to wait 5-10 minutes to get into, it wasn't balanced and I had hit detection issues. So when you get that after a while, you just burn out. Well, at least I do. Every time I turned on the game for about a month playing just to get gameplays to post for you guys, I reached the point where I said, fuck, I don't want to play this game anymore. Counter-Strike, I'm going to try and get back into playing that too. The biggest issue I had with Counter-Strike was my internet, actually. As you might expect, nobody wants to have a guy in a game that can last for upwards of 90 minutes, and 10 minutes in, he's either lagging like hell or getting disconnected like hell. Nobody wants a part of that as a teammate, and I'd regularly encounter that issue, and I'd get bitched at continuously. And I get it. Like, the logic's there. I wouldn't want some guy on my team having that problem too. So the only thing I had to do is really just not play the game. My internet has picked up lately. It's been good. Destiny hasn't been kicking me much, so... And most of the strikes for Destiny last about 20 to 30 minutes, especially the raid that could last an hour. So that's not that bad. If I can hold out that long in Destiny, there's probably a pretty good chance that as long as Counter-Strike isn't having an issue, that I can probably hold out long enough for Counter-Strike gameplays. So hopefully, if my internet holds up for that, you'll be seeing a better mix of Counter-Strike and Battlefield as well as Destiny. I won't be eliminating Destiny off the list even if you completely hate it, and that's because, well, I'm going to be playing it quite a bit still because all my friends are, and because I personally like playing it. And I personally absolutely love doing gun reviews in that game. I feel like I can get extremely creative to a level that I just cannot in Battlefield gun reviews. It just, because of all of the different perks and subsets of everything that gun has that, well, the Battlefield ones don't. The creativity level, I could show it off in PvP, PvE, etc. It's just, even if you don't watch Destiny, have a look at my videos for the Destiny rundown, just to see the creativity level that can go into it. And I can explode those too. Like, even right now, I say they're creative, but I'm sure I could throw in absolute ton more creativity into those. The options for it are nearly endless. It's fantastic. But yeah, I'll do more strikes, raids. If you have any specific, 11 minutes in if you're still listening, if you have any specific wants or needs with regard to specific requests for Battlefield, let me know. I'm going to try with, of course, more sniping because most of you guys subscribe for that. So I'm going to go for more infantry gameplays if I can. I'm going to go for... I've sort of run out of tutorials and tips and tricks to do for Battlefield 4 at this point other than jets, but I'm not a very good jet player, and to be perfectly honest, unless I really wanted to psych myself into learning, I just can't be pushed into doing it right now. It's just, I don't know. I don't have the drive to do it. And if I don't have a drive to do something, well, you can tell already, if the enthusiasm's not there, then it's a waste. But that's the story behind everything that's gone on lately. I have been a bit busy, and the only game I've been playing when I had time is Destiny with my buddies. So that's why there's a lot of Destiny. But again, I'll try and balance it out with more Counter-Strike and Battlefield. But if you say you're going to unsubscribe because you don't want to see any Destiny, then hey, peace. I'll see you later. Because there's no way in hell I'm not going to not post Destiny. I have too much fun with it. I feel I can be too creative with it. And, well, I feel that's another fan base I can cater to. But again, up to you. No one's holding you here. I hope you do stay. I love feedback. But if me posting Destiny every once in a while, just because I'm going to try and work to get a better balance, like I said, if posting Destiny every once in a while is too much for you, then hey, unsubscribe. Peace. Enjoy your endeavors. Do your thing. Enjoy yourself. That's it, though. That's all I really had. This was a pretty decent gameplay, like I said. A nice mix between sniping, infantry gameplay, and holding them off in the death tunnel. And I'll do more Battlefield and Counter-Strike to balance out the Destiny. I apologize for shoving Destiny down your throats if you didn't wish to see it. I digress. Have a good one.